LDNRBS. We have another guest in the. Let's not even say guest. Let's say family in the building. RM Moses, give him a clap out here. Definitely, right. That was one of the best claps we've had in a while, if I was being honest. Mr. Blame the Consumer. Right. This is definitely going to be a good interview. Definitely, we've got a lot to talk about. Let's talk about what you've been doing in the last year.
I haven't really been doing anything last year. I think since January, I really went to take a break from doing short films. So January, I had this idea to do this Black History Month event. I think maybe 3 times in the past 6 months, it just got scrapped. And then I just decided to do it. I've been writing it and developing it since January. So decided to do it June, July, August, and then now it's done. I'm just editing it.
So tell me what the concept and why you decided. I've seen a lot of stuff you specifically wanted to come out on Black History Month.
Yeah.
So tell me why that is.
Just because I felt like maybe the platforms that support black talent don't really acknowledge me because I'm light skinned. So it feels like there's a storyline inside the film as well where someone has to, she's mixed race, she has to justify her blackness. She has to kind of do that, and she has a line in it where she says like, what do I need to do to qualify to be black, like for your approval? And so I just felt like maybe my work doesn't reflect that. Like I don't necessarily have like a pro-black film or like different things, but even though I do everything like this, disabilities and black people, white people, guns, flowers, everything. Wow. You know what I mean? So I just felt like I need to do a black film just to kind of put my name on it and say, like this is what I'm about. I'm a black man and I'm doing it for the culture, and you should be like looking at me. Like,
was there any like pressure or influence of people around you saying stuff like that? Like, why have we not seen like an all black cast? Or have you had anything like that has made you want to do that?
I think everyone says that, especially like for BBC One, BBC Two. People feel like BBC One especially, they specialise Peaky Blinders and The Crown, not The Crown, Crown's on Netflix, but period dramas. And when we talk about period dramas, we don't necessarily see black people in period dramas just because they weren't around in the 1920s and stuff like that. Well, they was, but they wasn't in the rich white houses and stuff like that. So there's always that conversation. I just felt like I need to do something for black people, so.
Real, most definitely. And tell me about the actors, because when I look at the actors in both films, there's a lot of great actors. Tell me how it was about casting these people. Did you know before, or did they come through?
I wanted to work with these guys. I think the two groups of guys, the guys and the girls, they're like definitely my favourite actors at the moment. And I just wanted to work with them, and it was obviously for free. I didn't have no money to pay them and stuff. So I told them at the end of the shoot, like, I'm really appreciative of you jumping on the projects and believing in it, and like seeing the faith and stuff going forward, and the enthusiasm was like crazy. So
I guess when someone hollers you that's got many awards like yourself,
I know, but there's always that doubt. It's like you don't really know, and especially when it's on paper as a script, it's like sometimes you can't really see the vision. Because essentially I sent them 2 scripts and said, look, this is your film, but we're going to shoot it in one big script. We're going to mash it together, shoot it in one big script, so that's how you refer to it. And then when it comes to edit, we do 2 short films, and it's literally just 2 perspectives of the same events. Just different demographics, the girls and the guys, and that's it. So
tell us too about, if anyone wants to go in to watch these 2 films, what would they expect to see? Like, what are they going for?
There's very harsh topics, I think, especially in the girls' film. The guys' film is very black and white. It's literally emotional, and then there's comedy. And in the girls' film, it's just all kind of drama. There's a little bit of comedy, which is like a really nice way to end the film. But we cover topics like colorism, like I said about the mixed race girl not fitting in with her black friends, stuff like that. One of her friends kind of questioning her and saying like, shouldn't you think about an abortion? She's just announced her pregnancy, and says, well, you got uni and stuff to think about. You should just think about it. It's worth more than a conversation. She has all these influences around her, and she questions it. That's the whole journey of the film, is just her questioning these relationships, and if they are going to be good role models and influences on a daughter or son. So
As a mixed race guy, in relation to what you just said, have you ever experienced that?
I feel like not really. It's more or less me in the industry not getting the support from the black platforms. That's the one thing that last year really hit me. I was thinking like, why? Like you're supporting all these people, and you support, but it's only one shade of black. It's not the black that you actually want to kind of push. And I just
do you
felt
even
that
want them
back.
to push you now? It's a real question.
Right, this year I just don't care anymore. I feel like I've just been caring so much about the work. I haven't taken the time to think about social media and the way people push me and support me, because I've seen the support of the premieres,
which I've been to.
We filled up the 600 seaters and stuff like that, and it's once I got that physical support, it means a lot more than social media. So
real.
That's deep. But what's your motivation? Like, what keeps you motivated to do your work? Because I mean, that's deep work.
The writing, I think, because I've always been a writer, so I feel like once there's a story I really want to tell, it's just about creating this. And because I'm getting into cinematography a lot more. Once there's a visual that I want to execute, build a scene around it, and that's what I was telling Alex on the way here. It's like I built the film, not really the film, the one scene on the beach around that one clip of all the guys in the water, and it's like a pink sky and stuff.
Amazing shot.
I've envisioned it, and I thought, I need to do a scene that's based around it. So I just built the scene around it and executed it. So yeah,
that's dope.
Most definitely. And also, I wanted to know, what was your process just before making this one? Like, what kind of highs and lows did you go through while writing this?
I think just before that, I wanted to kind of stop doing short films then. So that was about December last year. And I had this idea to do a feature film, and I was writing it for about 3 months. And then this idea came and I was like, you know what, it's so good. And I feel like if I don't do it, someone else will. Because in October, it's Black History Month. Like, someone, a filmmaker should be doing that. Like a Black History Month event where it's about films about black people, stuff like that. And it's once a year. It's not hard to do. Like if one filmmaker does one a year, so I felt like I had to do it. And then I did it. I said, I'm gonna commit to it. And then I was like, I need to do my feature film because it's getting long. I really need to do my feature film.
People are waiting for it.
So there was the process of me just going back and forth saying, you know what, I'm going to scrap this because it's going to take up all my money and all my time this year, and I should just be focused on the feature. So I scrapped it about 3 times maybe, and then come back to it. And then that's when I had all the actors kind of around me, and I thought, you know what, I could use these actors that I've been dying to use and just do it. And then the enthusiasm was just crazy. So that's really what pushed me to do it. So
and growing up, like, has that always been your vision to be a director? And do you feel like you've fulfilled what you've actually dreamt about from a young age?
When I was younger, I wanted to be a toy designer.
Oh wow!
Real?
Yeah, but I never knew the actual name until I went to school, and it was the actual professional name is a product designer.
Yeah.
Because in school I was good at resistant materials, and I built some crazy like CD storage unit. For my GCSEs, and that's the only ever A star I've got, or A, top marks. And I was so eager to go into product design, but when I went to college, they never did it as an A level. So I just ended up doing media and photography. Photography is like the easiest A you'd ever get in your life because it's literally just taking photos and then writing about what you see, and that is it. And I did that, and kind of that's how it's not started. I was doing YouTube videos, but yeah, that was the dream, and then it just transitioned. So
wow, okay.
And even a wider question to what we were talking about before, going past the black platforms putting you on, do you feel like the UK in general is behind black? Well, let's not say black. I'm not going to say black. I'm going to say behind ethnic minorities when it comes to films in general, or casting them, or directors like yourself.
I think. That's like a crazy long question to
go through.
Answer,
we got time.
But mainstream, like, it's becoming a trend now to kind of use BAME artists and actors and black actors, and
A trend, interesting.
Yeah, it's a trend. I feel like it's a trend. It's like it just pops out of nowhere, and then it's like, oh my god, let's use all these talented black people. They're getting love in Hollywood. Let's use them. Let's use them for our platform. And when you think about it, it's just all business. The same with the platforms. They don't really like. Well, some. I'm not saying all of them. Some of them don't really create it for the real reason of like, or the genuine reason of supporting black people. They want to create the platform, but then tweet like happy birthday Angela Bassett and like when Coyote gets nominated for the Breakthrough Brits, they'd shout him out, and that's cool, that's good, but
it's undercover.
What you're doing is tweeting them to make sure they retweet it so you get more followers and likes and on your platform, when you should be like, you know, tweeting Little Jim that does filmmaking down the corner, and he's like up and coming and stuff like that. So yeah, it's there's little things like that. It just bothers me, man. People do it for popularity rather than like genuine support. So
one thing I wanted to ask you about, you're behind the you're behind the camera, you're directing, you're writing, doing all sorts of big things behind the camera, but have you ever acted yourself, and would you ever direct a film with you in it?
You know, I was going to do that for Pride of Lions, because there's a scene, I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a scene when a guy comes in and it says, like, you know, the girls are talking and the guy comes and sits down with his boy, and the girl's like, oh, what's going on, like, how you doing, like, and he's like, oh yeah, my name's Daniel, blah blah. So I was going to do that. It's a really small scene, but it's really pivotal in the movie.
Because you know how what's the guy, the Marvel guy, right? He's always in them shorts. There's always a little clip.
I just don't like spotlight. So this is where I like radio. It's like my voice. Even the camera's a bit like I'm
trying to get his good side out.
Yeah. So I like staying behind the camera. So
would you ever consider it going forward?
No.
No,
you know what it is? I can't act because I smile all the time. So I think if I had to get serious, I'd just be like smiling and like, yeah, you need to F off. It just wouldn't work.
Also, I did say before, I definitely, in my own opinion, believe that this is definitely one of the best filmmakers in the UK, and that's facts.
You, man.
I think if you watch his films, you can't tell me any otherwise. 100%. From Signs of Silence to a whole lot more.
Wow,
but also, I want to say, who do you feel like is one of the best in the UK? And I mean, I don't want to say just the best. I want to say also the upcoming ones too, the ones that haven't got mainstream exposure.
I had this conversation with Elijah Baker yesterday because
great actor. Yeah,
he won his first awards yesterday, which was crazy because before I started filmmaking, I watched him on TV. So it was like I said to him, "It's crazy! I can't believe that's your first award." Wow. But yeah, we had this conversation, and I had it with Jazz Hutchins as well, the guy that's in the Pack of Wolves. I feel like there's not many people right now emerging that are doing like crazy talented things. But one person is definitely Thea Gadget. Like,
facts,
undeniable.
Facts,
like, undeniable. She's not probably the best at the moment. Her and Olan, like that combination is crazy.
Well, I'm gonna say you're still up there, man. Let's not go too humble. You're on the same level right here. I definitely believe that. 100%. That's no question. He doesn't want to comment on this, but it's okay. I'll comment for him.
Well, no, because I actually, has anyone seen The Intent?
Of course.
I actually cried.
No,
do you know, I didn't cry like do you know, like, because I live in Kent and my brothers kind of growing up, like they told, like we did live in London for a period of time, but like I watched it with my brothers and they were just like, nah, this is actually life for black boys, like in London. And I was just like, is this what you guys have to go through, like family or turning on family? Like I just said, wow.
It's
like
a bit dramatized. I get it.
I would, you know, no one's actually said it's dramatized. Everyone said that it's very accurate. It's either like, because even when I'm gonna call him Mooney, which really annoys me, Femi, his name's Femi. Even when Femi like wanted to do the right thing, for someone who hasn't watched, if you haven't watched The Intent, I'm sorry, it's on Netflix.
There we go.
Should have done it by now.
Transaction.
But if anyone has watched it, it's like Femi wanted to do the right thing, and like Scorcher was like to him, like, why are you moving like a, you know, wet boy? And I was just like, but he's got a daughter, guys.
I do have a question for every single person, including Remy here, over here, RM. What is your favourite depiction of London in a film? Yeah. Because even for me, that's a hard question.
That's a hard question.
But I'm going to jump out the window and say Kidulthood.
I think I kind of agree with that, because that one, everyone
It was very off the
Could
time.
have-
yeah.
I watched that with my mum like a couple years ago.
That's real. Years ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago. And because I saw what's the other one? Is it Adulthood?
Brotherhood.
No, Adulthood's the second one.
yeah.
I watched the second one before the first one.
Oh,
I never watched the first one in the Times.
Yeah.
So when I come to watch the first one, I watched it when my mum was on TV. And there was a scene where the girls go and get the weed and like they have to give the guys blowjobs or whatever.
Yeah.
And mum was like, that doesn't really happen, does it? And I was like, I don't think so. Like
Back in those days, I don't know if you never know.
Like,
You never know back in those
No, it
days.
does,
I'm young,
it
so
does.
I'm saying I have I don't know what this is.
I just
but
feel like
yeah.
some of it's like a bit. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really believe it, but
That-
it's still
that
it's still
actually-
good. I like it. I like
That
it.
actually does.
Only because my older brother and sister, I feel like they could probably come out of those kind of crazy stories and happening. In
Yeah,
life.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I feel like I connected with that one. But yeah,
Out of curiosity, who actually inspires you?
interesting. Or what?
Yeah.
I don't really know. I said this to Olan the other day because his work, I just feel like him and Josh Bridge are like the best in the UK about what they're doing. Olan Collody is a cinematographer. I worked with him on a film called Lithium, and it was like a really kind of cheap throwaway film where he just wanted to do some camera work, and I was like, let me just write something for you. I wrote a page for it and we did it. But seeing him work and his artistry is crazy. He's so good at what he does. I don't think people actually realise like his cinematography is master level. So I told him the other day like this film was inspired by like some of the work you've done, you put on your Instagram, that I've been seeing and picking up on. And I've been saying this all year, but I don't know if any of you watch Heroes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of like Peter Petrelli, where like I can absorb people's powers a little
Real.
bit.
Oh, wow.
So anyone that I'm around, I feel like I can pick up on stuff and kind of absorb it and use it. So
I have to protect myself now, but yeah.
Listen, I'm coming for Pulse, you know. I'm coming in. And
That's why he was asking questions before. He wants to know.
Yeah,
But also, I gotta ask you this question now. I don't want to do this to you already, but I've got to ask you. There's a raft.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man.
Ty,
Yeah, come on,
why?
I have to do this.
Ty and
people,
his
man. I
raft.
have to.
There's a
Right.
raft.
So we've got 3 of R.M. Moses' films.
wow.
Yeah. Even I feel a little bit attached to one of them, but
I feel attached to the intent, so if you say the intent, I'm gonna cry.
real.
Just
Right.
let you know now.
Signs of Silence. Swing. Before We Crash.
Wait, you rate Swing that highly? Is that your raft?
No,
Or you-
it's your raft, but we're going to see which one that you want
I
to
know.
say.
I want to ask you. What one did you say?
Which one am I saving?
He swung it
Signs
back.
of Silence. It's not a question.
Yeah.
Signs of Silence. I want you to save 2 though, and I want you to leave one of them.
Or out of them 3?
Yeah.
Or Signs of Silence. What was the other one?
We got Swing. We got Before We Crash, and we
Oh.
have Signs of Silence.
Yeah, Silence Before We Crash should definitely come in.
Okay, Signs of Silence or Before We Crash.
Signs of Silence. Just because it's longer.
Interesting. I hear that. I
Lot
hear
more
that.
story.
Also, tell us about October 14th quickly before we have to run over.
The premiere is October 14th. The next day is my birthday, and we've got the bar till 2 in the morning. So once it hits midnight, it's my 25th birthday.
Hey.
We're gonna turn up. There's an art exhibition with 5 BAME artists, Black and Middle Eastern artists. They're doing loads of work. It's like almost 30 pieces of work being exhibited in the cinema. You know, all black cast, 2 films, just celebrating black love and black culture and just having a good time.
Epic.
Yeah.
Let's clap this out just for the words. Honestly, we should be celebrating this most definitely. It's
Tickets
epic to
available,
say
by
the
the way.
least. There we go, most definitely. But we had R.M. Moses in the building. I'm gonna say one more time, clap. I know people are getting. Oh, trust me. Oh, yeah, one more time. Wait, one more time. But LD and RBS, we had R.M. Moses in the building. Thank you. And your socials, just last one.
RM Moses UK is Twitter and Instagram. I don't really use Facebook and Instagram too tough, but yeah, you see me on there.
Most definitely. LD and RBS, we enjoyed today. Most definitely. Family,
we did.
member of the room for sure.
Yes, definitely.
Let's get into it.